Today we want to talk about piano roll, how to use piano roll to write melodies and chords, and on both um, mobile and web application, which is more useful on your mobile application because on the mobile application it's more easier to draw melody than to be recording loops and instrument on the mobile app. So what we want to do, we have a piano here and we can go to editor at the bottom left corner, editor, and here is the piano roll. And if you are on your browser, you can actually open up the piano roll and stretch it to full screen. So here is the piano roll, and what can you do with the piano roll? You can write chords, you can write melody. Should in case when you pick up a particular loop you don't have the kind of chords in the kind of key that you're looking for, or the kind of melody in the kind of key of the chords that you already picked, and so you can use the piano roll to map out or to sequence to compose your melody. But before I continue, if you want to know more about piano, I have a video for piano startup, piano 101 on on the YouTube channel, and you can check that out. Also, you can download the application called Music Theory Helper. Music Theory Helper also has lots of um, basics information about music theory that can help you that can get you started immediately. So if you don't have a full understanding of what we're about to do, you can check out those videos on Music Theory Helper. Music Theory Helper is available on Play Store and it's free as well. So if you are familiar with the piano interface, either you play piano or not, just a little bit of the information about how you can use this to draw or to compose your melody. It's not difficult at all, but you must know one thing that I like to start with, which is the music in you. You must have the music inside you first. Anyone agree? The melody must be from you before you can use the tool. But then you can still use this tool to start up something without having an idea of whatever you're about to do. But at the same time, it's more faster and more easy to use the tool when you already have the melody in your heart. So that being said, make sure you already have an idea of what you want to do before you dive into the software. That will help you to learn how to use the tool and the software faster. So here you have your selector, select notes. Here you have your pencil to add notes. Here you have your velocity. This velocity is like seeing volume of individual notes that you draw. So maybe you have written or draw 1, 2, 3 notes, and you want the volume of each note to be different to create a kind of embellishment or dynamics. You use the velocity tool to adjust the volume of each individual note. So that's what the velocity tool is meant for. And here is your note preview. If you select this one, whenever you are clicking the note, you can hear what you're doing. and so on and so forth. And here you have your quantized grid. So let's say you are if this particular one is talking about rhythm, and I also have a short clip of rhythm that I did with Music Theory Helper. Make sure you download the app. It's gonna be a great to notes and rhythm, something like that. And then legato in music means when one note to another is blend without breaking. And then humanized could mean that you don't want to 100% quantize the rhythm section. You just want a little bit of life organically in the note. So, without further ado, I have prepared a loop for a popular song that I want to make a cover of with one of my singers, and we're going to use the loop and set the tempo for the loop, and then we're just going to get started. 93 beats per minute, yeah. Okay. So we're going to have this in um, 4 bars or 2 bars just to start with, so we can focus on creating a simple melody and chords that we can repeat over time. So I have my piano here. I will name this as my piano, and I'm going to locate the editor, media editor. And what I can do right now is, if you guys are online, I can add you up to this section. I can, and you can see what I'm doing. You can see in real time. Okay, up, all the way up. Remember, when you're walking, always have your metronome on. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So alright, I have my notes selected. On some application, you are going to see piano roll drawn out differently. It might not display piano. Some will just display block, check point, like these ones that you can see here. Let me see. So we have C1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 being the highest on this pitch, and we're going to be starting with the middle C, somewhere around C4, and we're just going to draw the chords in number. We're going to start with C being the 4, B being the 3, E being the 6, and G being the 1. So this is the formula that we use to structure chord, or to tell what type of chord progression we'll play. So I'm just going to draw my C over like this. So I'm just going to draw the third note in my 4 chord, and then the 5th note. So that's my first chord now, and that's chord 4. So next chord is chord 3. B. I'm going to play B. I'm going to play the black note, the second of the black note, that's E flat. Then I'm going to play G flat. Alright, so the next I'm going to play the second version of my 6. And then I'm gonna have okay, one note is wrong there. I need to correct that. So I'm just going to, since I have already drawn the note, I'll just go to my selector and so that's the correct note. And you can adjust the duration of your note by holding your mouse on the edge of the note until you have this. When you hold down, you can draw the duration that you would want the chord or the note to be. So I'm going to draw a full octave chord this time. So I'm going to have I'll make sure it's within the. So I'm going to back. I just want to. Okay. I want to make sure they are not overlapping. Alright, let's hear this together. Alright, I'm going to put on my loop. I want this to repeat itself. So, okay, I just want to repeat this without duplicating like control CV stuff. So I'm just going to click on this cycle icon here and then drag it up to 4 bars. It's very loud right now, so I'm going to bring down the volume and make sure it's a little bit lower than my beats, my percussion.